Today I'm going to be testing out some new makeup from Essence and Catrice, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, then just keep watching. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So this is really awesome. Like, I have been talking about Essence and Catrice for such a long time and kind of wanting them to be like more ready available in the UK, and then I saw on TikTok that they're now available in Primark, which is pretty damn amazing. And so I went to kind of my local-ish one and they had a massive display. I am so happy because, again, Essence and Catrice are such a great affordable brand that I use them quite frequently whenever I get a chance to kind of like find some new stuff. But now that they're going to be ready available in Primark, I will definitely be trying a lot more of them. A lot of this stuff I actually picked up from a website which I used last time, which was part of my Joker and Harley Quinn collection, Notino I believe they're called, and so a couple of things I did pick up from the store. One thing I'm not going to use today is a nail polish, so I'm obviously, like I mentioned before, not using nail polish on camera, but this is the Magic Magnetic Mini Nail Polish. So this is a very cute mini one, and they did have these in the shops in Primark as well. I also know that they have been always available in Ireland. I think it's called Pennies or something, but UK obviously like to get things quite late compared to everyone else. So I've already got a primer on. I'm just using my ordinary high adherence silicone primer, which is actually part of my project pan. So I actually have two foundations. I don't know why I picked up two. I think one of them I thought was a primer, but obviously I can't read properly. So the first one is the foundation stick, and this is in the shade 110. It would help if I read again. So this is a lightweight, buildable and skin caring texture for an even natural complexion. And then we also have the natural mousse. So this is a really old product, but I've not tried them before. I've never tried a mousse foundation before, and I know that, is it Maybelline or someone else, they do a like dream mousse. It is Maybelline, and I've never tried it, and I've always been very intrigued. I'm ahhing about doing one half each, but I don't think they're very similar in shades, because this is like very white and then this is a little bit more tanned. So what I'm going to do is try the foundation stick. I've also got like a blush and lip products and eye products. I don't have a complete full face because, again, I am kind of holding back on my purchases. But yeah, let's look at the foundation stick first. I'm going to try it on one side. I did get a brush and a sponge just in case, because one can work, the other one might not. So yeah, let's give this a try because I'm intrigued. So we're going to start on this side, and I do have quite a few blemishes as per usual, but I have a concealer to kind of go for it. So let's try this side first, and I'm going to try a brush just to kind of buff it in and see what it does. I'm so, like, as soon as I saw on like TikTok that it was coming, I thought it was only going to be like absolutely nowhere, but as soon as I found it in the one that I go to, which is a Primark in Westfield, Shepherd's Bush, so I go there quite, not as frequently anymore, I don't really go out anymore, but that one has a really nice selection of their makeup stuff. I did pick up one or two other things which I will try in a future video, but yeah, as soon as I saw that massive display, I had such an overload, like a sensory overload, because I get very excited when I see things that I've wanted, and I did have my baby with me, so I was trying my best to kind of be as quick as possible, because I didn't want to like bore him and kind of get things done, because when I go to places like Shepherd's Bush and stuff like that, it is a little bit overwhelming, especially with a buggy. But yeah, I was just so happy because on one side and a half was Catrice, and then the other side and the other half was Essence. So they had so much there. I made a TikTok which I would have put up already, but yeah, let's look at this one side. So it's a buildable coverage. It's not going to be full coverage. I'm going to add a little bit on here just to kind of tap in and blend it in. I don't want to go overload, because I mean, stick foundations for me are not my favorite. Like, I find them to be quite heavy, a little bit cakey sometimes. So I'm just blending this in type of thing. So I'm gonna go on the other side with the mousse. I'm gonna use a sponge because I feel it will probably do a lot better, especially when it comes to coverage. So this is the natural natural matte mousse foundation. So this is in the shade 13, and it looked like to be one of the lighter shades that they had. So I'm gonna use a sponge because I have used kind of like moussey-ish products before, and I kind of feel like a sponge might give it a better even application. I could be completely wrong. Well, this feels so dry. Let's just kind of see how it goes, and if I need to, I will add maybe a bit more with a brush. Okay, so after just like one application, I feel like it's done okay. It's definitely not the same shade, although this side seems to be separating already. So either of these foundations are not probably the best for me. This is like so drying. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna add a small amount on a brush because I kind of want it to be a bit even, and I don't want to just like look horrible for the rest of the video. So I'm just going to kind of tap it in, and that might improve it, to be honest. So I'm going to see if the mousse will be better with a brush, and you know, I might have done it the wrong way around. Maybe the stick would have been better with a sponge, but I don't want to add too much because again, this might become a little bit cakey. Okay, I'm going to stop because the more I add, it's probably going to kind of separate and maybe look a bit worse. But looking in my mirror, it's very emphasizing on my dry spots. Like, I mean, this primer is a very kind of hydrating primer for me. I know it's a silicone primer, but for me it really helps kind of hydrate my skin. So I'm actually just going to quickly go off camera, use a concealer. My baby's playing in his little bouncer, so it's got like a little song thing, but I'm just going to add some concealer and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's move on. So let's go on to blush. So this is the Soft Touch Mousse Blush in the shade Cozy Clay. So I got this online, and this was like the only shade that they had, and I kind of feel like it might not be the best shade for me, but I just thought, you know what, let's give it a go. It's kind of deep, where it might look like it to be more of a bronzer, but I'm gonna add just like a tiny amount and we'll see how it goes, if it makes any difference. I mean, it's kind of, it smells okay. I mean, obviously the whole point is not the smell, it's how it looks, but I want to see if it adds anything, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. This video is not going the best, but we are going to continue because I have a couple other products that I feel might be better. So I'm just going to kind of add a bit more. It's definitely giving me some kind of colour, but it's not really a shade that I would probably use. And again, I don't want to add too much because I feel like it might kind of start separating, or it might kind of make my foundation kind of look worse. But I mean, I'm gonna close this for now because knowing me, I kind of tap in and out as I go along. So I'm just gonna kind of keep blending until I kind of get something. Okay, so that's kind of something has kind of like looked, you know, you can see some type of shade. Again, I don't feel like this is a blush. Again, why did I pick it up? I'm an idiot. But I kind of, again, I have this kind of sensory overload online as well, where I just kind of look at things and I go, oh, that's quite interesting, let me pick that up. But yeah, so far everything is not looking its best. I look very, very dry, and I forgot to blend out my concealer at the top. That's brilliant. Everything is not looking great, but we're gonna move on. I might get some really great, you know, results from the next few products. Though eyeshadow, this is by Catrice. So this is the Tiny Treasures eyeshadow palette, and this is in Wild Berry. So this is a nice selection of kind of purples, and you've got a random grey and a random not really random, but yeah, grey is like the only random shades. I'll do some close-ups so you guys can see, but it's a nice tiny palette. Primark, they also had like their single eyeshadows, which I was going to pick up, but then I thought for £1 or £2 more you can get like an actual palette, so I thought let's just get the palette instead. And we are gonna just, yeah, go for it. We're gonna start off with the middle shade right at the top, and I have used Catrice before when it comes to eyeshadows, and they have some nice formulas that, again, they're very affordable. I think this was probably around like £3.50, £4, if that. That's going on really nicely. I haven't put anything down because, again, I just want to see how things look without a primer. Next we're going to go into the shade next to it, which is a bit of a deeper berry tone, and we're going to put that in the socket and blend. So I'm going to go in with the grey shade. I don't know why I'm pointing at the bottom. I'm going to kind of try and make it like an outer wing, just to kind of blend it in a bit with the other two shades, not make it too harsh. So far this palette is quite decent. I mean, for a couple of quid you can't really, I mean, you can obviously go wrong because it's still a couple of pounds, but Catrice have always done some kind of nice like eyeshadows. Again, I've used a few, not many. I've used more Essence than anything else, but yeah, Catrice still do some nice stuff. And we're going to go in with this middle one at the bottom. Let's see if this gives me anything. It looks like a foil, so let's, ooh, that's nice. Nice kind of shimmer. Top it off. This one I'm going to add onto my inner corner. So I'm kind of hoping this might pack a punch. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's a nice palette. Again, I don't really expect a whole load. So yeah, it's a nice palette. I mean, if you want something quick on the go, this is really nice. I mean, yeah, Essence don't really do mini palettes, I don't believe, but Catrice have quite a few of these, and I just like these because of the berry shades. So let's go on to lips. So I have a lip liner by Essence. This is their 8-hour matte comfortable liner. This is in the shade Silky Hazelnut. I have two lip products. So I've got a 12-hour liquid lipstick by Catrice, and then I have a glossy glaze by Essence. So I'm actually going to use the Essence one just because I thought, you know, color wise they will match, and then with the Catrice, which is called Courage Code, I will use that in a future video. But let's kind of give this a whirl. I have tried these before. They're very nice. They do last a long time, and they're super creamy and affordable, which is the main part of this video. That had like no issue whatsoever. And then with the glossy glaze, this is in the shade La Vida Mocha. I love how people still reference that song by Ricky Martin, which is like, what, 20 years old? I like how the doe foot of this looks. It smells really nice. Let's give this on. This is very glossy. This is nice. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't really remember what it's like could be duping, but it's a really nice shade. I think they had a few of them, not many, but yeah, this is a glossy glaze high shine lipstick. So this is my finished look. Everything is kind of like 50-50. I mean, the foundations, they are like sweating off me straight away. Now that they've kind of had a moment to develop onto my skin, I feel like the mousse side still super duper dry. I mean, it is, I mean, maybe I used the wrong primer. Mousses are a little bit drying anyway. Next time I'll probably use like a brush first of all, and then the stick, again, it's okay. There's moments where I felt like it wasn't really gonna work, and then I felt like, okay, it might be okay. I think it's fine. I don't feel like it's anything that I'll be kind of using in a rush, if that makes any sense. Eyeshadow palette is cute. Again, I did something super quick, something simple. Lip liner, great. Lipstick, great. Blush, I can't really have any words to say. It's just not really existing, to be honest, on my skin, and don't really recommend it. If there was another shade maybe I'll give it a go. It's probably not my favourite formula, especially with mousses, but I'll try another primer next time. We'll see how it goes. Let me know if you've picked up anything from Essence Catrice, or if you have it in your Primark. I'm very intrigued. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And thanks so much for listening. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.